And they're away at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium in Montreal. Welcome to this Premiership de Montreal match featuring LGQV and Montreal 67. My name is Graham Naismith on the commentary with you this evening. It's a beautiful evening at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium in Montreal, Canada. There's nothing quite like it. A match under the lights at this 20,000 plus seat facility. We have LGQV in their black uniforms, all black with white numbers, moving from left to right on your screen, while Montreal 67 are moving from right to left. And it is Montreal 67 who have an early free kick, just about 25 yards from goal, maybe even a bit closer. And a very early opportunity here. Referee going to count out the distance. Make sure they do this officially. LGQV looks like they've got 3 men in the wall. And I think a left footer is going to size this one up. Oh, it's a good hit. And it's bouncing loose there and cleared away. I'm honestly not sure what happened on that one. If the goalkeeper got to it or if it hit the post. Maybe a combination of both. In any case, it was bouncing there. And LGQV, the team in defense, were the first ones to get there and knock it away. That was a good opportunity, though. Don't take anything away from the strike itself, as it was a good one and certainly challenged the goalkeeper, maybe even beat him. But now here's a chance for LGQV right back the other way. Defender shows some good pace to get back there and take the ball away cleanly. There's a mistake, however. LGQV playing it back. Trying to get some possession. Instead, they'll try the long shot. Bounces harmlessly for the goalkeeper. Montreal 67, a new team in this Premiership de Montreal, as we see a bit of a changeover here on the sidelines as another team is leaving, as our teams for this evening get in place. They're a new team, still trying to figure things out with their tactics and their teamwork, how they gel as a group. And here comes LGQV bursting forward, and that's definitely going to be a foul. It was a drag back earlier, but the referee's going to signal it back for the trip. Meanwhile, LGQV, they were around last year when this league was part of the Canadian Corporate Soccer League, and they could do some damage when they wanted to. I don't believe they made the playoffs, but they have a good finisher or two on their team. They take advantage of their opportunities. And when they can have possession, they give a good account of themselves. Of course, actually getting that possession and maintaining it is the difficult part. They'll have a free kick of their own here, just over 30 yards out. Too far to try a shot, in this opinion. Although he may try it anyways. No, he's going to dink it over there, and it's just not going to be enough, and it slides, or it rolls out of play. The keeper slides to make sure it does indeed leave the play. There's nothing quite like a game under the lights at Molson Stadium. This facility used by the McGill University varsity teams for Canadian football and soccer, and their lacrosse team uses it as well. And it's used also by the Montreal Alouettes professional football team. And you'll notice the football lines on the field in white. This one chested down by LGQV. Trying to put over the top. Keeper now comes for it and hops to gather it. Long throw. Difficult for this left back to handle. Oh, he hasn't done too badly, though, as he's got it under control and flicks it up. They'll keep it moving. Oh, this is some really nice one-touch work, but LGQV jumps in there. They're now going to try it sky high. And the goalkeeper lets it roll out for a goal kick. 4 minutes in, some exciting stuff, but nothing to show for it thus far. We have seen a couple of very high-scoring games in the league this year. I recall one involving White Eagles and Verdansk FC. I think that one actually yielded 9 goals. I believe the final score was 6-3 in favor of Verdansk. And another one involving White Eagles. I think there were 7 goals in that one, a 5-3 decision. I believe it was against FC United. But the goals have been flying in this year. And we'll see if these teams, and actually now that I look over there at the team in yellow, I believe that is FC United, who just finished up their match. We saw them on the left side of our screen there on the sideline. And we'll see if these teams maintain that trend of really finding the cobwebs, or if maybe the defenses prevail in this matchup. Two teams that I think will be pretty even in the standings. So this is a big one. Maybe a 6-pointer, as they say. Not necessarily for the top of the table, but for a playoff spot later in the year. As this ball's over the top, defender knocks it away. This one backheeled back down, put into the danger area, and then knocked away by a defender. As I always like to say, in my opinion, the match really starts at about the 10th or 12th minute, because that's when the teams really settle in. And here's a chance for LGQV, trying to put that one across the face of goal. An attacker falls down. He was trying the sprawling header. If he'd stayed on his feet, I honestly think that one may have been in the back of the net. Not sure what happened there. If he tripped and there was he wasn't tripped by a defender, because that certainly would have been brought back for a penalty. That shot well blocked. Bouncing ball. Should be a corner kick, and it is. LGQV last year, if I recall, were very good on set pieces, particularly direct set pieces. I think this man actually wearing the number 7 shirt was quite good. He has a good right foot and would fancy his chances from as far as 30 yards out, and that header's down and into the hands of the goalkeeper. The man in yellow was well positioned to deal with that one. But if there are any free kicks like we saw the one Montreal 67 had just about 60 seconds into this match, I think LGQV could pose a real threat. But as I was saying before that corner came about, the game really doesn't, the teams really don't show exactly what they're made of until the 10th or 12th minute, because that's when, the initial burst of energy has been expended and they really settle into the match. It does really come down to fitness a lot of the time. In fact, I remember, again, we're talking about White Eagles. We've spoken about them a few times already in this broadcast, but White Eagles, they would come out absolutely flying in some of their games, and it looked like they were all over their opposition, only to eventually fall. Good battle there along the sideline. It's going to be Montreal's 67 ball. Not sure if it's going to be on the ground or a throw-in. It looks like it is on the ground. The official saw something he didn't like, so a chance to put this one into the box. Maybe get a bounce, get something falling to an attacker. As this one's put in there, goalkeeper always favored to get that one, much too close to him. A burst of speed, now a ball through the middle. Good run being made down the sideline, and it's cleared away. So much of this game in the Premiership division and soccer in general is about what's happening off the ball, and that's sometimes where the level starts to lack after the initial quarter of an hour, as that ball's moved forward and knocked away. Where it really comes down to who has the energy to keep going, to keep demanding the ball after 15 minutes. Now, ball somehow finds its way with Montreal 67. Oh, a chance for a layoff here. That's what he was looking for, but the defender slid in to knock it away. Now a break on for LGQV, but that's the second time that the defenders from Montreal 67 have really turned on the afterburners and shown off their pace and have tracked down an LGQV forward who looked to be in on the break. Good physical battle there. The official says play right on. Well, that's a poor decision from Montreal 67. They were turning right back into trouble, but they've survived it and sprayed out now. Not much width for them here. Trying to go the direct route, and they've got a foul to show for it. Be sure to follow the Premiership de Montreal on Facebook and Instagram. Lots of bonus content from all the teams on those platforms. That's a nice little combine. He may fancy the shot here, but instead he just kicks it away and it's cleared away by LGQV. Looking to break forward here. It looks like they'll just be able to keep it in. Playing it forward, knocked away by a defender. Both teams trying to exert themselves in the midfield, and it looks like Montreal 67 may have exerted themselves a bit too much for the official's liking, as he'll call it back for a set piece. Well, we've talked about it a few times on broadcast this season about how the league really does look to be more or less, well, I don't want to say wide open, but there are a couple of teams who could challenge for the title, and we know that we'll definitely have a new champion this season and a new finalist, as well as the two teams last season who were in the finals, Peaky Blinders and FC Jazz, not in the league this season. And in all fairness to the other teams in the league, including LGQV, they were the class of the division last year, head and shoulders above the rest, really, in terms of quality and fitness and all, so really the whole package. And you can see right now the game's slowed down. All of a sudden, players not quite as eager to throw in a tackle. It's going to come down to who can have that burst of pace in the 30th minute or the 65th minute to just break it open as that ball over the top. No one really in this vicinity. And it's going to roll to the goalkeeper. 12 gone at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. Nothing to report, but there's a bad giveaway. And what can Montreal 67 do with it? Moving forward, trying the long drive. It sails wide of the goal and will roll all the way back towards the scoreboard. Goalkeeper had a thought about it. Thought about lunging to try to parry it away, but then he knew exactly where he was and knew it was going to be sailing wide. But a breakdown at the back nonetheless for LGQV as they gave it to Montreal 67 in a very, very dangerous position. But if we were trying to handicap this league, I'd have to say that Verdansk and FC United are two of the better teams. I'd maybe give just a bit of an advantage to Verdansk, just because they are a group that's played together. The core of that group has played together for a little while, whereas I believe FC United is more or less a mishmash of players who have been put together. But hey, they've looked very, very good in the couple of games I've seen, at least. There's a well-weighted ball down the far side. They're going to keep it in. Flag stays down as they battle for it. Now the flag goes up, and it's for a foul. A couple of teams in the league also like bringing in large cheering sections. White Eagles, they're a social club, so they get a couple of people coming out to watch their games. I believe Les Elephants are another one who the friends and family come on out. And I remember last season there was a team by the name of Cafeteros, and they've been around a while. They're mainly South Americans, combination of Mexicans and Colombians. Cafeteros, of course, because of coffee beans, which are generally from Colombia. They're not in the league this year, and it looks like a player's been hobbled there on LGQV, as that ball is going to be difficult to track down. Defender putting in a burst of pace, but he's overran the ball, and here comes Montreal 67. Well-weighted ball through the middle, shouts for a penalty. Has he given it? No, he's going to say it was outside of the box. Bodies flew down there, and the official had a decision to make, and he says that the initial contact came just outside of the box. This player here in the middle of the park, who we were saying is a bit hobbled, I think he may be grabbing his hamstring. Looked like it may have been a non-contact injury, but the official had a big decision to make, and he says that the first contact was made outside of the 18-yard box, and that's why the free kick is, I'd say right here, it's 19 yards away from goal. That's a four-man wall for LGQV. A very good opportunity here for Montreal 67. Left footer gets through the wall, but it skips right to the goalkeeper. two really good opportunities for Montreal 67 inside of 15 minutes. And they'll have wanted to do much better with both of them. And that's a panic move by the defender, a mistake to be sure, as he could have headed it back to the goalkeeper. But instead he gives up possession. It is up the field, but I think Montreal 67 would have wanted that ball. And that was a bit of an awkward play, and the official calls it back. And it looks like LGQV asking for a substitution here. But the official... And now it is the player who is hobbled. He actually goes down.
The team LGQV FC with the number 20 substitution to the number 99.
So his day looks to be done fairly early on, and they've got a new player out there. Ball over the top, and defender slides in. Caught his foot in the ground there. Looks like he's going to be okay. And now this ball will be going back the other way with Montreal 67. Yes, these teams do look very evenly matched as we've reached the first quarter of an hour. We'll see if that's still the case in about another 15 minutes. But right now, at least, at early doors, it looks like this could be a tight affair as there's a turnover. Oh, a clear drag back of the jersey. The official plays the advantage as he keeps going, trying to poke it through. He's now going to call it back for the foul, a clear yellow card, I'd have to say. And it is a caution as it was a drag back. Now, I'm a bit curious as to why the ball's being placed where it is. It should be where the drag back was, which was around the 40-yard line, but they're going to place it here at the 25. So an opportunity 25 yards out. Left footer sizing it up here. And it's the first good set-piece opportunity for LGQV, who we were just saying a little while ago are very good from these direct set-piece situations. They capitalized on more than a few of them last year. This one right on the 25-yard line as there's a four-man wall. Left footer right into the wall, and a player's doubled over as it got him on the leg, I believe. But they've survived that one. Ball now over the top. And this one is going to be a loose ball through the middle. Trying to spread it out wide, but that's a good job of tracking back and getting there, but it may be fruitless here as Montreal 67, that's a well-weighted ball through the middle. Goalkeeper slides in. He had to be brave, and he did just that. Ooh, now LGQV going the wrong way for a second there. And that was not the best breakout as they're going to have to do some defending now. Trying to maneuver inside. Forced away by a good press there, and then they turn the ball over. Long ball over the top. Late run being made in there, but it is the defender who gets it and clears the way convincingly. LGQV have kept this ball in on the far side, and that's a nice move to beat the defender. Couldn't accelerate away, however, and the defender gets it back. And now a slide tackle sends this one up about a dozen rows, and the ball bounces back down over the running track that encircles the field. Playing a full 90 minutes here in the Premiership de Montreal this evening. We're using the yellow lines, and you can see there are, as we said, Canadian football lines on the field, but the yellow lines matter to us, and you'll notice that the field is a bit wider than the Canadian football field, and you can see it there at the bottom right of your screen. They have an extra yard or two to work with. And trying to combine this one off a player and out. Nice defense there by LGQV, preventing them from dribbling into the box. Now they're going to try to whip in a cross here. Haven't been able to get it off. Good defending. No chance of getting that cross in, as LGQV defending with a lot of enthusiasm just outside of their box on the byline. This one ricochets up in the air. A couple of headers. And Montreal 67 get it back under control. Back with their big number 4, who's on that yellow card. Trying to step inside, looking to turn towards goal now. That's a well-placed ball. Looking for the back post, a spectacular. No, sir, that one goes well over. He saw his name in lights, but that one he probably would have been a bit better off controlling. LGQV trying to go along with this one, but they won't get possession. Moving through the middle now. It's opened up a bit here. Oh, if that ball was a bit harder, it would have gotten through, but they still have it here. Moving it to the far side. Arms go up, but the flags stay down. And that one, eventually it does break down, as it was one pass too many, and it's out of play. Some instructions being sent in from the sidelines. Neither goalkeeper here looks like they have an especially thumping goal kick, which may lead to more building out from the back. Then again, all that building from the back, it does expend a lot of energy for those defenders and, well, every player on the field, really. It's attractive to try to bypass the midfields. This one's in there. Goalkeeper off his line. Gets there, is looking to transition quickly. LGQV getting it back. Mistake there in the midfield. This one over the top. Some room to work down the right flank. Trying to use his speed, and he falls down. It's going to be a foul against the man who's already on the yellow card. Not a yellow card offense there, but he's got to be careful, as it's going to be a chance to put something in for a header. But yeah, like I was saying, it's attractive to try to bypass the midfield with one big kick. But your chances of succeeding with that are less than if you do try to build. Then again, building does expand quite a bit of energy, and some of these teams don't have a whole lot of substitutes to work with, as that free kick looks like it's going to come to more or less nothing. Maybe a shot to be had here. Nice bit of skill, but it's right in there for the goalkeeper. Really, I can't say at this point, 25 minutes in, that either team is more deserving than the other of getting the first goal. Really, if either team finds the back of the net here, I'd say it's deserved. And LGQV are looking to get something together here. Goalkeeper's out, and he'll claim it. One potential issue that I could see for Montreal 67 as LGQV moves it to the far side. Thinking about a shot, you could see it in his posture. He was thinking about it, but it was too far out, really. One potential issue I could see is their left back here appears to be very, very right-footed. Has been hesitant to use his left foot all evening. And that's always... I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, really, theoretically, but it is always easier when you can dribble the ball with your dominant foot and it's on the outside of your body. It just makes it a bit less risky if there were to be a turnover or a misplaced pass. Easier access to those tight spaces down the line, too. As that one's in there, always going to be a clear clearance by a defender, and that one's well out of play. It sounded like there was going to be a sub.
Change for the team Montreal 67. With the number 4 substitution to number 5, Xavier Brunet.
So a new player jogs out for Montreal 67. Is this ball bouncing there? 67 back on it, and they thrash it away. Maybe just the last 5 minutes. I did say that either team deserving of a goal, but maybe just the last 5 minutes, LGQV have looked a bit better. A bit more sure on the balls. That's a great tackle to win it back. They play it forward here. A good run being made down the middle, trying something cheeky here. And a defender had good body position and plays out for a corner kick. I believe this is the second corner for LGQV this evening. And here they're going to try to size it up. Ooh, that's a very good ball in there. Chance to rise to it. And a second opportunity off the crossbar. And cleared away. How did that one stay out? Oh my goodness, it was a good delivery. The header back across the face of goal. There was a free man. He put it squarely off the crossbar. And there was a follow-up opportunity after that was cleared away. Oh my goodness. Montreal 67 hanging on there. Just as we were saying that maybe LGQV are deserving of an opening goal. And that's when sometimes doubts try to go into your mind. It's a bit early for that, but, you know, maybe it's just not our day. Still a lot of soccer to be played. We're only a third of the way through the match, not even. Montreal 67 now. They haven't had an opportunity in a little bit, but they could have something here. Good turn on the ball. Playing it to the outside. Too far for a shot. Moving it outside. Trying to get around. The two fullbacks for LGQV have been very aggressive in defense. Really pulling themselves wide to confront and close down players. It's been working for them so far, but it could be something Montreal 67 could take advantage of. If for whatever reason they're able to get by one of those players, they could have a bit of time and space to really put in a quality cross. Or even dribble in and try a shot if a center back's not able to shift over quickly enough. From the looks of it right now, it looks like LGQV are playing the traditional 4-4-2. Almost with a flat four in defense and a flat four in the midfield. Number 7 here on the near side, maybe with a bit more of a license to get forward. That player looked to be offside. And yes, that's what the call is.
for the team LGQV FC with the number 13. Substitution to the number 17.
So some fresh legs for LGQV for the last 15 minutes
For the team LGQV
of this
FC
opening half.
with number 23.
And some fresh legs
Change for the number 9.
heading up to the attacking position, it looks like. Ball being moved forward, bounces by a defender. Here's an opportunity now. Opening up onto his right, blocked by a defender, and it's going to roll out of play. An opportunity nonetheless, and we see that happens sometimes. I think LGQV, they put in 2 new players, but they may have shifted someone around who was already on the field. It wasn't like a straight swap as that one into the hands of the goalkeeper, and I think for a moment there they were a bit in disarray. And that's the risk you run when you make a sub like that, especially when the ball's in your half of the field. As that one goes goalkeeper to goalkeeper, and LGQV had a good opportunity, but the block was a sure one. And that's a hard tackle through the middle of the park. And it looks like they're going to try to get another sub in here.
Change for the team Montreal 67 with the number 7, Josep Quirenas, the number 27, Imran Abdulaziz.
And the player coming onto the field, sounds like he's got a cheering contingent. That one a bit high for the goalkeeper, but he gets there. And he's going to launch this one, a good throw down the field, but it's headed away. This one bouncing towards the corner flag. I think both teams think it's theirs. It's going to be Montreal 67, as there was a foul committed for a bump in the back. About 13 minutes to go in the opening half. Is there going to be a goal for us to dissect? An opening goal to this match. Maybe LGQV just a bit more deserving, but Montreal 67, they've had some opportunities. It's not like they're completely out of this game. They play it quickly here, trying to catch the defense napping. They may have just done that, playing it square. Defenders all over it. Loose ball now, and one defender decides to take charge and clear it away. Smart play with that free kick, though. Moving it fast. Now what can they do? Down the byline, a burst of speed. Onside is the call as he tries to dribble in towards the goal. On his right foot, slide goes in there. They've got a corner. Good in attack, but it looks like the player who was running in there, number 5, just couldn't settle the ball. Couldn't get it into a position he wanted to take a shot. And then he just displayed enough of it that it was there for the defender to knock out for a corner. The 3rd corner of the game for LGQV. And all of them coming from the right side here. Another outswinger. Their last one was very good, remember. That one not quite as good. And it's going to be a throw-in. The second corner they had tonight, well, probably should have produced a goal, quite frankly. It was off the crossbar very squarely. And then the secondary opportunity was cleared away. You know, you always look at the rules of soccer, and you always think, what would happen if you were to change one of them? And one that would be an interesting case study would, what if there were offsides on throw-ins? Because as we all know, there are no offsides on throw-ins. There are also no offsides on goal kicks, curiously. Not that that ever really comes into play. It's very rare that you see something like that happen. As this ball's put in there, headed high in the air. Well, that's a poor clearance. What is there here? There's the long drive, just wide, and it's going to be a goal kick. But you just wonder what would happen if there were offsides, I should say, on throw-ins. Would it really change the game that much? I mean, theoretically, half of the throw-ins are in your defensive third and half are in the attacking third when you really think about it. And in the defensive third, it wouldn't really matter. And in the attacking third, I mean, if I was a defender, like, it's tempting to play a high line, but at that point, you're just inviting a good long throw-in, and at that point, it's just a drag race, and the attackers are favored to get on it. Well, that's a poor goal kick. Defender gets there and puts it back outside, but it's interesting, and I'm not really sure why that rule's in place. I guess some teams would try to use it to their advantage, bend the rules, and just slow down the game. Maybe it's one of those rules also that's been in place for a couple of 100 years and they just don't see a reason to change it. It's one of those things, though, as there's a foul committed. You think about baseball, and it's 90 feet between the bases, and you just think about how different the sport would be if it was only 89 feet between the bases or 91 feet. How many close plays would have been different, and how that may have affected, you know, hundreds and hundreds of games and even championships over the years. It's fun to think about sometimes. And you think about soccer, what if the nets were, as that one is punched away by the goalkeeper, and now helped away more by LGQV. Montreal 67 now trying to get it back in there. And that one over the top should be easy pickings for the goalkeeper. You think about soccer, what if the nets were just a foot wider or a foot narrower? How many of those shots that you've taken would have gone in or would have just nicked the post and gone out? And that one just left play by a matter of centimeters as we reach the latter stages of this first half. An entertaining game, I must say, between LGQV and Montreal 67. But no one's been able to find the back of the net yet. Could that change in short order, however? This one rolling out of play. I think they're signaling a corner kick. Low one there. It's out of play. Both teams appealing for it, and it's going to be ball of the team in black. A very even match. Really, nothing to separate these teams. There's another giveaway by LGQV. Pokes it away. Oh, no, they're going to say that he actually poked the man instead of the ball. A tight decision there, and it's really self-inflicted by LGQV. It was a mistake, a bad giveaway, and they thought they'd recovered from it, but instead they've conceded the penalty. A spot kick here and an opportunity for Montreal 67 to open the scoring. They're actually going to give it to the man who was fouled. A couple of protests from LGQV. And so here we are in about the 40th minute. Can Montreal 67 open the scoring from the spot? They do just that. The goalkeeper guessed the right way, but the shot was just a bit too hard.
Goal for the team Montreal 67.
And here's the replay of it. Well-placed penalty with a bit of pace behind it as well. Goalkeeper wasn't really going to get to that. You can't fault him there. And so it's a 1-0 lead for Montreal 67, 40 minutes into this one. they'll feel it was deserved, and LGQV will feel a bit hard done by, both in the way it was conceded and the fact that they haven't been able to find the back of the net themselves quite yet. But we'll see if that changes before this half's even up or in the second half. Should be a very entertaining second half. Good battle there in the midfield. Ooh, I'd have to say I don't agree with that foul call. I think the player stepped on the ball. But in any case, it is a free kick for the team in white as they play it up the field. Man falls down. And it's going to be another foul. Throw in here for LGQV as they'll look to get the goal back. Driving into the box, putting in the cross. It falls here, turning and trying to shoot another loose ball. The defender just got there a moment ahead of the attacker who was going to put an attempt on goal. Montreal 67 looking to counter here. Stepping inside. Good slide tackle put in, but it only temporarily slows up the forward progress until the poorly placed pass is knocked away. This one high in the air, the view of our camera, now headed back in there. And calmly poked outside. Lots of space on this near side. Man looked to be offside. Nope, the official says he's okay. So what can you do here? Cutting to his favorite left foot, and a foul as he dragged him back. Trying to cycle it through the midfield. Some nice one-touch work. Good tackle. He got the ball, and he's actually won possession of the ball. The player now limps back onto the field. Only 2 minutes to go until the half. Ball nodded on. The player's onside. Defender bumping there. Physical battle. Left-footed ball off the head of a defender. Arms have to stay down here as the ball's bouncing, but the defender gets it and clears it out for a throw-in. That one just thrashed away. One more good attack before the half is out, perhaps. And it may belong to Montreal 67 as they spray it wide, looking to turn this one to a foot race, but it's well handled by the back line of LGQV. Now the goalkeeper, cool under pressure, collected. LGQV playing this one wide, aware of the clock. This one falls here, and it's just a bit of a heavy touch. He's pulled down. Is that a penalty? It looks like it is. Dueling penalty kicks here in the final 10 minutes of the first half, and LGQV will get a chance to respond. It was a very well-received ball by the fullback who was pushing forward as he controlled it and moved it towards the penalty spot. And then he was impeded by a defender, and it's going to be a penalty. So can LGQV reply with a penalty of their own? They're going to have to fetch the ball first. Montreal 67 pleading their case, but it's not going to do much good. It was the center referee who signaled it. The assistant is not going to disagree. As we're into added time here, this will probably be the last kick of the first half, placed on the penalty spot. Goalkeeper dancing on his line. Oh my goodness. It was an unstoppable penalty. Doesn't matter how much the goalkeeper was dancing there, and it was indeed, I think, the last action of the first half. As I think I heard the official blow up. We'll admire it again. Wow, that was not going to be stopped by anyone. And it indeed was the last action of the first half. Dueling penalties leads to a 1-1 scoreline between LGQV and Montreal 67. And we're back underway for the second half. 1-1 between LGQV and Montreal 67 from Percival Molson Memorial Stadium in Montreal, Canada. My name's Graham Naismith on the commentary with you. LGQV in their black uniforms, moving right to left on your screen, facing off against Montreal 67, going the opposite direction in their white uniforms. 1-1 the score after 45 minutes. Dueling penalties in the first half, and actually in the final 5 minutes of the first half. It was Montreal 67 getting one and converting from the spot in the 40th minute, and then the very last action of the first half was LGQV equalizing from the spot with a very sure penalty into the roof of the net. And we were talking at length in the first half about how both teams deserving of a goal. And both teams have their goal, and it looks like it's going to be a very even match here. LGQV lining up the long ball. One man to run it down. Header in there. Knocks it away. Or excuse me, that was Montreal 67 lining up the long ball. LGQV on the defense. In the first half, LGQV playing a flat 4-4-2. This one throwing down the line. Player falls down and has conceded the goal kick as he was tripped up. We'll see which team can start this half on the better note. Montreal 67 rather came out flying in the first half. This one headed on, and it's controlled by a defender. Elects not to use his goalkeeper. We saw that happen in the first half too, where Montreal 67 had an opportunity to head it back to the goalkeeper, but they didn't use him. I wonder if that's in their tactics, as this is a 50-50 ball. Goalkeeper just gets there ahead. Maybe a bit risky, but he had to be assertive, and he did just that. As there's a battle for it here. This one through the middle of the park, loose ball. And it's moved out to the far side. Now helped up the field, but it's offside, as the player was just a hair above, or in front of the defense. Another turnover. This is how Montreal 67 got their penalty in the first half, a turnover from the defense. LGQV survived this one. But it was a ball they would want back. And, well, I guess a goal they would want back. The team in black. This one over everyone's head. And LGQV have possession at the back. High line being played here by Montreal 67 as they're in possession. And that midfield is very congested. Not a lot of room to work at all in the middle of the park. Good run being made in the far side. He elects not to use him and plays a through ball. Sliding in there. It was a great slide tackle. Textbook stuff. Stomping out that attack. Now looking through and rolling out a play. LGQV in a bit of trouble now as it's a good press being put on by Montreal 67, trying to hem LGQV in their own end. Good ball to the far side. And now they'll pull it back, electing to keep possession. Ooh, that's a misplaced ball. And now the goalkeeper out. It's a bounce. Here's an opportunity. Did he play it perfectly? He did. It's a goal that gives LGQV the lead. A real breakdown at the back. Not a goal Montreal 67 will want to concede, but take nothing away from the finish. He had to be picture perfect with it, and that's what he was. Had to hit it just right, and he did just that. Well done from some 35 yards out, and he's given his team the lead. So LGQV completely flipped the script. It didn't even take 10 minutes of game time, really, as they conceded the penalty. But then, in the 51st minute, they get it back and are in the lead completely. Now the next goal is always the biggest goal, as they say, and this really will be. Can LGQV really put this one to bed early in the second half as they knock it through? He knew he was going to be offside, so he's not even bothering to chase it down, and the goalkeeper's going to get to it. He didn't exactly give the best account of himself on that goal, I must say. He came charging out of his box, misread the bounce completely, and allowed LGQV to take the lead. And now the keeper puts it to the far side. Well worked as they use the full width of the field here. Playing it back through the middle. Low block there for LGQV as they try to prevent them from getting through. This one flicked forward. Not exactly numbers going forward, but they may have something here. Goalkeeper out once more, heads it down. And it was almost scenes of some 3 minutes ago. And he was offside here. Ball over the top, good header. Jumping up and launching it back where it came from. And now a battle in the middle of the park blowing up. Trying to move it quickly to the sidelines, but it's a misplaced ball. And LGQV unable to keep it in. Make no mistake, though, still lots of soccer to be played in this one. And it is only the 1-goal lead. But of course, no matter what situation, you'd rather have the lead than not. Outside the football here. They just need to touch it on. That's what they do, but it's not well placed, and the defender gets there. And again, they're not using their goalkeeper at all. Maybe instructions from the sidelines not to do so. And LGQV will slowly get their troops in position for this attack. Minutes into the second half, and LGQV have taken the lead, taking advantage of a mistake from Montreal 67. Or it wasn't really a mistake, more of a bouncing ball. LGQV looking sure at the back. And they'll maintain possession, and they don't have to be quite as quick as they were in the first half. They can take their time gathering the ball. After all, they do have the 1-goal advantage. Ball to the far side. Trying to step in and slice through, and it's going to be a foul, so a free kick in a position to put something into the box. They play quickly, electing to keep possession. Stepping around one man, laying it off. Can they open up space for a shot? Now playing it back, the long drive, that was always going to go well over. You could just see from the way he was lining up, didn't get over the ball whatsoever. And I think it's a bit early for LGQV to start with the time wasting. Not that that was what they were trying to do there. Holding up the ball, allowing for some players to move forward as this one is sprung up the field. And now the official's seen something he doesn't like, and he's going to issue a yellow card. As he maybe sensed that the game was starting to get a bit too chippy for his liking. So he says we'll just rein it in a bit.
Yellow card for the team LGQV FC.
And now here they come on the counter. This is something LGQV can maybe take advantage of with Montreal 67 trying to commit some players forward. They can get back the other way on the counter real quick, but that one wasn't quick enough, and then it's knocked away. Ball to the outside is going to roll out of play. Loose ball through the midfield. Playing it back, going back to go forward. Now trying to open up space for a shot. Good opportunity there. And the defense bending but not breaking, and then winning themselves a foul. Good defense there. And it's going to be Montreal 67 ball. Sounded like someone wanted to make a change, but the ball's in play quickly. And now that one poked out, so it's going to be a corner. And now the referee is going to allow the sub with under 30 minutes left in this match.
Change for the team LGQV FC with the number 11, Charles Lapuec. Substitution for the number 5.
So the goal scorer, or the scorer of the penalty, we should say, coming back on the field.
And the number 17,
the man who's got the left foot very dangerous from set pieces.
13.
Took a 15-16 minute breather. He's back on there. Low corner, partially knocked away, and then fully cleared. And look at that. LGQV had all of their players back to defend. The player who was furthest up the pitch was standing just at the top of the semicircle at the edge of the box. And that's one of the luxuries you have when you're up like that. You don't really need to keep someone high to try to spring a quick counter. Then again, it's also inviting the defenders into the box. Or, well, sorry, not the defenders, the defense of the opposition into the box. Just creating more congestion, which may be your goal, but it's also more feet trying to knock the ball into your goal. Ball missed by everyone, and then pushed away by the defender. Both teams have given a good account of themselves here. And perhaps the goals, we're not through with the goals in this match. Still quite a bit of time. Montreal 67 know that. There's still all to play for. LGQV flipped the script in the span of about 10 minutes. And Montreal 67 certainly capable of doing that as well. Man, I think the official making the right decision pulling it back for that foul, as he did impede the play, or impeded the ability of the player to chase down the ball. And so looking to launch this one into the box. Bit of curl on it. Too deep. Goalkeeper parries it rather than catching it. And he'll concede the corner. Trying to move it out. And LGQV get it back. Not sure that's the best placement for that ball, but it works out as now they've turned it into a foot race moving down the field. The defender does well to shield this ball. Oh, he's going to try to shield it all the way out, and he's won a foul. The defender knew when he was in that position, if he goes down, he's most likely going to get the call. Looking over the top, defender rises high to get it. Really, apart from that breakdown that led to the penalty, LGQV have looked very good in defense, but could that change right here? Nope, no one there to get onto it for the team in white. They have conceded another corner, but LGQV, they've limited Montreal 67 to really just a handful of half chances. And they've had a couple of key blocks as well. This one high in the air, dangerous corner off the head of a Montreal 67 player and out of bounds. Defense doing a good job there, not letting them turn towards goal and then winning themselves a throw-in. Long switch there. Switch wasn't really on. There's no one over there who was going to be in a good position to get it. Unless you're a defender. Long ball up the field, still going with it. Skipping past the defender, and then another one's over there to clear it away. And they're trying to negotiate a substitution.
Change for the team Montreal 67 with the number 26. Substitution to the number 99.
So the players who will be looking to equalize, looking to turn this game on its head, are starting to enter the field. That's a great ball. Defender took a misstep, maybe a chance to put it on goal. And he tried it with the left. It wasn't a bad opportunity. Maybe had just enough space to control it and try something else. As that one caught the side netting and bounced away. Ball up the field. This one's going to stay onside. And then they've drawn a foul. Chances coming at a premium, really, in the last little bit, apart from that left-footed volley. As LGQV trying to kill off this game. Still 20 minutes, which is an eternity in the Premiership de Montreal. We started off by wondering if the goals would really be flying in this one, and 3 goals is a average scoring game. You wouldn't say it's low scoring, but it's certainly not getting out of hand, as we've seen a couple of the games have happen. Ball over the top, too hard for that player. You wonder when LGQV, if LGQV will try to slow down the game with a couple of subs of their own. Still 20 minutes to go, exactly 20 minutes at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. Chipped over. Moving it down. An opening here, trying to get onto his right. Poking it across. Falling down. He went down a little easily, but I think there was enough there for a foul. And they play it quickly. And I'm surprised they did that. That will leave a sour taste in their mouth. From that range, you may as well try it on goal. Maybe they tried to do just a bit too much.
Change for the team LGQV FC. With the number 99, substitution to the number 11, Charles Labrec.
Playing it up, and it bounces. And now Montreal 67 trying to cut back in. Really going at it there on the far side. Looking to his assistant for help. Assistant would have been in a poor position to see it, and it's going to be LGQV Vol. LGQV, they've played together for quite a long time, and they're a group of guys who have known each other for a while, known each other since college and university, so they've got the chemistry, the core of the team does, and they actually made it to the final in 2019 against the team now known as Verdansk FC. Opportunity there, Montreal 67, whoa, diving header to clear it away. And a good one at that. Dancing on the top of the box. Trying to open it up for a shot, but LGQV giving them no space. LGQV, by the way, translates to Les Gras qui vivent, which, the direct translation to English is the guys who live, but it means that they enjoy a good time, is how I interpret that translation. Ball over the top. He's managed to keep himself on side. But that's some nice defense work from Montreal 67, but they turned it over here. Ball through the middle, and a bit of time there for Montreal 67. The energy has started to drop on the field. But could there be something here? Nice play by the defender. He's got to get up, though, as there's still danger. Left footer moving it through the middle. Enough space for a shot? No, there's not. And then the defender manages to nutmeg. Clear drag back. Must be a card, as that break was on.
corner for the team Montreal 67.
Ball over the top, shouts for offside, but it looks like he's on. Cutting to his left, getting right to the byline, but then he ran out of real estate, and it's going to be a goal kick. Still 15 minutes left in this match. Still time for another goal. That goal will have to come from Montreal 67 if they want to salvage any kind of points out of this match. Ball looking over the top, and the flag goes up for offside. Was he coming back from an offside position? Apparently not. And it doesn't matter anyways, there's been a foul. Montreal 67, they've managed to get to the edge of the box, but no further. They haven't been able to have any space for a shot when they get close enough, so LGQV really putting in a shift on defense. A well-organized team at the back. Is that the opening they need? Stepping inside. Could they have something here? They're going to get a corner out of it. Ball put high in there over everyone's head. Too high, in fact. And it bounces out of play. So LGQV inviting the pressure on themselves in the closing stages of this match. Montreal 67 putting the ball in there, and a defender got up to parry it away, and then the other player helps it along further. Anytime with the ball away from the goal, they'll be very happy with LGQV. A good tackle there, one. But now that ball too far away and out of play. Two pretty evenly matched teams. It just so happens that LGQV are in the lead. Trying to, well, we know this kick's going to go into the box. That's what they've done all day, and quite frankly, it hasn't worked for them. Can that change now? knocked down. The player gets to it, but then his touch lets him down. It's pushed away. Montreal 67 have been unable to break down this defense of LGQV. High one over there, goalkeeper tracking it. It's over his head, and the defender flings himself on it. Went down hard. Looks like he's okay as the ball is cleared up the field, and no one for LGQV eager to get up to that one. There may come a moment when Montreal 67 just gets a bit selfish. Now collision there. Oh, he's given a penalty. Another penalty for Montreal 67. 3 penalties in the match. How often do you see that? And it was clumsy defending. And so they've gotten what they were looking for. They've been pressing. LGQV have really been inviting it on themselves. And now a pivotal penalty here. This could make for a really interesting finish if it's scored. It's the big man who's looking to take it. And here we go. Right down the middle and into the goal. And we're all even at 2. 3 penalties in the match, all of them converted. He just faked out the goalkeeper and put it right where he wasn't. So this will be a very, very interesting finish. And you know what? As much as LGQV were trying to manage the game, they may have just managed it a bit too much. For the last 20 minutes, they were inviting pressure on themselves, and it was only a 1-goal lead. They were confident in defense, but something was bound to happen, and it did. And they may have cost themselves a couple of points because of it. And now they've got some work to do if they want to avoid leaving Molson Stadium with a sour taste in their mouth today. Advantage played by the official. To the top of the box, helping it along once more. The defense shifts over as they lay it off. Left footer here trying the right-footed ball, and that one goes well out of play. It's actually going to go for a throw-in. Well, this game came to life.
Change for the team Montreal 67. With the number 27, substitution to the number 9.
So a late change being made by Montreal 67.
With the number 0, substitution to number 7.
Now, how will Montreal 67 respond? Are they going to be content with this draw, or are they going to push for the win? LGQV, all of a sudden, they're pushing up, and could it have cost them here as there's a break on, trying to chip it through the middle. It hits something on its way through. And now a defender gets the foot in to knock it away. The official just directing where this should be taken from. And Montreal 67 will get the ball back. And all of a sudden now LGQV is the one getting the ball. They were the ones who were trying to get the clock moving. And now all of a sudden they're the ones who wanted to slow down. Ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, who hasn't proven to be the most sure with the ball, and he's turned it over. Moving it ahead now. A couple of options in the box, but the defender gives him the slip. But he has conceded a corner. There looked to be maybe a push in the back there, but it's a corner kick nonetheless. LGQV, they had a good opportunity off of one in the first half. Now in the final 4 minutes of the game, can they get something going again? Couple of bodies up there. This one high, goalkeeper stays home, and it's over the net, out for a goal kick.
Change for the team Montreal 67. With the number 19, substitution to number 15.
Goalkeeper launches a good goal kick well over the halfway line, and they've drawn a foul for a push from behind. Montreal 67 looking to pull off something of a heist here. That was not where they wanted to put that ball. Now it's to the top of the box. Headed back through. Who's it going to fall to? Mad scramble in there. And it's finally cleared away. White knuckle time there for LGQV. But now could they counter? No, they weren't able to control the ball. Bouncing ball stepping inside. Karate kicked away. Headed on. A couple of players moving forward, but it's Montreal 67 who have the ball. Launching this one up off the back of a defender. And awkward stuff there as a player had to control it with his thigh. And now there's a man down as he was heading up the pitch. He looks to be hobbled, holding his hamstring. Just about 2 minutes to go in this one. Drop ball given to LGQV. Dying moments here in this match. And there's a foul somewhere in there. So one last gasp for Montreal 67. They play it short. And look at how deep, again, LGQV are lying as there's a foul committed. And the player's staying down, and it doesn't look like he's going anywhere, and that very well might do it for this match, as there won't be too much added time. And yeah, from the looks of things, that might be it. A 2-all draw. Maybe the correct result. Both teams pretty evenly matched. Only one goal coming from open play, though. Unless LGQV have something spectacular in store. As we've reached the full 90. And maybe a bit of stoppage time here. Players fall down. It's going to be Montreal 67 ball, and that probably will be the last kick of the game. And that'll do it. Not sure if either team will be completely happy with that one, as it ends 2-all. Thank you for joining us for this match of the Premiership de Montreal. We'll see you next time.